Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a quick review on the Titan Fitness Safety Squat Bar version 2. We're going to be covering the Titan SSB V2. I'm going to be going over what it is, how you use it, some cons, a whole bunch of pros. We're going to talk about the price tag a little bit, and then I'm going to tell you whether or not I recommend this bar. There are plenty of reviews on this particular bar, and what everybody's been saying is that it's a pretty solid bar overall. And I have to say that I agree for the most part, and that I think that Titan used this to really kind of turn their product around. Not just the safety squat bar, but also some of their other products that I've had after the fact that seem like the quality is just getting turned up. So what is it? It's a safety squat bar. It takes standard Olympic plates and it mirrors the Elite FTS design almost down to a T. To the point where I'm pretty sure they just copied the Elite FTS design. However, they also made a couple improvements. It's 90.5 inches long from end to end. There's 48.5 inches from camber to camber drop, which we'll get to that, why that's important in just a second. The total camber drop is 5 inches. So what that's indicating is that the amount of drop from where this bar is to where the plates are loaded is 5 inches down. It has 16 inches of loadable sleeve length, which should be more than enough for anything that most people are going to be loading on there. And it's about 12 3/4 from handle to handle spacing. It does have this mirror chrome finish, which I guess if you're into like super shiny stuff in the gym, is really good. I personally, I'm not a huge fan of the look, but I do gotta say that when it comes to the resiliency of this finish, that it is way better than any powder coat finish I've ever seen. I've seen the Rogue Safety Squat Bar finish chip off. I've seen the Elite FTS chip off. I've seen almost every other company out there that does a powder coat finish. I've watched their finish just kind of chip and fade away. This one with the chrome, it does really well. And if you look where it actually goes into the rack, it's like there's some scratches, but it's in the finish itself so that it doesn't actually get marred up. Additionally, on the sleeves, there's almost no wear either. You can tell that things get clamped on the sleeves, but if you just take a wet rag and just wipe down that sleeve, there's almost no indication that there were ever any plates actually loaded. The handles come off, which isn't an entirely unique thing. Bells of Steel, theirs comes off. Elite FTS, theirs comes off as well. And on that, you have this kind of plastic bumpy part that falls into your fingers really nicely. It's very ergonomic in design. This also has that same chrome finish. The welds are incredibly well done. They're actually straight on there. I did a review on the Bells of Steel bar, and in the Bells of Steel, it was actually slightly off center. And so when you were untwisting the handle, it had like this rocking motion. Both of these twist on and off with no problem. The grips themselves are 38.5 millimeters in diameter. Just as a note though, that is here and not here. So just know that this is going to be thick. Honestly, it feels really good in the hand. Phrasing. This hard plastic handle that's on here also hasn't chipped, worn off, or taken any real beatings, at least not in my facility. That doesn't mean that it couldn't happen in the future, but even if it did happen in the future, I'm sure that you could either find these handles, get them from Titan, or you could make your own, or just grip the bar. I mean, the chrome finish doesn't feel really all that bad. So this is one of the surprising points with this is the website states that this bar weighs 61 pounds. Most of the time that I get specialty bars in, when I weigh them, they tend to not actually weigh what the manufacturer says they weigh. This one weighs 61 pounds. So almost to the money. I think it's like 61.1 pounds. Now, how can you use it? Obviously, you can use it to perform SSB squats, do good mornings, anything where you can put this on your back. So you can do step-ups, good morning squats. You can do good mornings where you sit down to a bench. You can do box squats. You can get creative, but basically any way that you want to load this, you can load it. You can even do like a front squat variation. It doesn't feel good, but you can do like a front squat variation. You can do step-ups. You can just mow the lawn. I think I saw a video of Juji Mufu mowing his lawn with his safety squat bar on his shoulders. There's almost anything you can do. Now, one additional thing you can do on this one, because it has the removable handles, is you can do a JM press. Now, some of those bars out there, the ones that come to mind are Kabuki Strength, Rogue Fitness. Any bar where the handle doesn't come off, you can't really do a JM press with it. But if I'm being honest, I've done JM presses with this bar, and they're cool, and I'm sure that if you're a competitive bench presser, that might be something that you want specifically in your programming. But for general strength and conditioning, for most athletes, especially like, I don't know, in the strongman world, I don't see the application of a JM press being critical to anybody's training. All right, so let's go over the cons real quick before we get to the pros. So the cons, one, this chrome finish, not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of the all-white Titan Fitness branding either, but if you look at the new ones, they have their new logo on it with the coloring, and I think that new logo actually looks really sharp. One of the other things is the end cap on one end stayed on. The end cap on the other end fell off after like 3 days being in the garage gym. It just kind of like peeled off. Doesn't actually matter, it's all cosmetic, but it did peel off. It's funny though, because people throw stickers on the end of it. So I think at one point there was a Kabuki sticker on there. And lastly, my biggest critique about this bar, so something that's actually not just cosmetic, but the distance, again, the 48.5 inches where it turns down at each camber is not quite wide enough if you're using a 3x3 rack for the bar to sit flush into the J-cups. All right, so I know it's really not that big of a deal, but basically you can see the additional wear on the J-cup. So it kind of sits there on the J-cup, and it's probably raised by about 3/16 of an inch. Like, it's not really that big of a deal, and I am on a 3x3 rack. If you were to have sandwich style J-cups for the Monster Light series, or you were to have a 2x3 rack, this wouldn't be a problem. But it does seem like one of those things, maybe Titan Fitness can take this out 2 inches to accommodate the wider rack. So the 49 inches from end to end. So really that's my only critique of the bar outside of just cosmetic stuff. And again, cosmetic stuff, it usually doesn't matter to most garage gym owners out there. Now for some pros. One, it's affordable. So let's just talk price right now. If you go on Titan Fitness and you catch it on no sale, you don't have any points saved, and you're just buying this bar, you're gonna pay $229 shipped to you. I can't tell you how amazing of a deal that is. The competitors that it's going against is really Elite FTS and Bells of Steel. That's about it. Now, Bells of Steel is fairly competitive when it comes to the price tag on a safety squat bar, but I really feel like Titan Fitness is just a little bit less expensive, and it's a little bit better quality. And again, I have had both the Bells of Steel V1 as well as the Titan Fitness SSB V2. And I think that this is a significantly better bar for less money. So when it comes to affordability, I don't even know, how does Titan even make money on a $229 price tag with shipping included? I don't know how it works, but whatever. They got it figured out, and we're to benefit. So it feels really good on the shoulders. The padding inside of here is nice and thick. It's just a single layer, and it's like this carpet foam padding stuff. The other really nice part about it is that the foam is all one piece. So it's glued together inside of here. So when you have the bar, so on other bars, so we're gonna use the Rogue Fitness bar. The Rogue Fitness bar basically has this really crappy pipe insulation padding. And what can happen sometimes is that padding, because it's independent between the back bar and the two shoulder bars, is it will actually rotate so that the bar just falls out of the padding because it's in a C, and the bar will just slip out of the padding and then it's just resting on your back. With this, because it's all glued together, it is impossible for the seam, which is back here, to rotate and have the bar fall on your shoulders. So an awesome design point there. I've been using this bar for a while, and there is some break-in on the pad, but it's really not that much. I've had it loaded up to, I did like a static hold at like 500 something pounds just to see what it felt like on the shoulders, and it felt great, like zero issues, zero pain. So it feels really good on the shoulders. Outside of that, it does have the removable handles. That might be a storage consideration, it might be a moving consideration. I guess that's a pro. It is a thing that other bars don't have. So it's a feature that other bars don't have. Also, like I talked about earlier, the finish on this thing just doesn't seem to chip. It doesn't seem to take a beating. The only thing that ever chipped off was that sticker down at the end cap. So at the end of the day, do I recommend this bar? It is such an easy yes that it kind of breaks my heart a little bit. Titan Fitness used to be one of those brands where I just dreaded touching anything from them. I was at a couple strongman competitions before, and I've seen some of the equipment that they brought out that was Titan Fitness, and we had to use it, and I just hated it. But I'm telling you that I'm really kind of turning around on this whole Titan Fitness thing, and it all started with this bar. This bar is very well made, it's very well priced. Version 2, significantly better than version 1, obviously. Titan Fitness always seems to do that first, like, let's get our toes in that piece of equipment, and then like, ooh, we messed up all these things, they pull back. But the nice part about Titan is that they fix it. They go back, they see what they did wrong with V1, and then they push out the V2 product. So at the end of the day, this is the Titan SSB V2. We talked about what it is, and it's a safety squat bar. We talked about different ways to use it. Like I even showed you guys this weird front squat that you can do. You can do JM press with this particular one. You can do squats, box squats, jump, mow your lawn, do whatever you want. We talked about cons, we talked about pros. All the pros were like amazing pad, nice comfortable feel, removable handles. The only con really being that it doesn't quite go far enough out in a 3x3 rack for the bar to sit flush into J-cups. And then of course, I recommend this bar. So that's been my review on the Titan Fitness SSB V2. Tell me what you guys think at home. Do you think that this bar is worth throwing into your arsenal? Personally, I think it is, but you might disagree. Tell me why in the comments down below. Please don't forget to give me a like and subscribe to the channel. There's going to be more of these videos coming out. And just remember that when it comes to building a garage gym, it should always be better, awesome, and of course, badass. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.